From stealing sticks to costing your team the chip, these are NHL players caught cheating. Try to dupe everyone with a snowstorm?
Infidelity off the ice. These are the 25 craziest times when players were caught cheating.
It's true that the NHL is full of speed, skill, and tough competition. But sometimes the game isn't just about the best play on the ice. It's about the moments that left us all questioning what we just saw. There had been questionable goals, clever tricks, and sneaky tactics that many didn't still want to believe happened. They all left fans in utter shock because they were insane plays. Are you ready for them? Let's count down the top 10, starting from number 10. Alright, starting off our list is a moment that had fans scratching their heads for years. The 2010 Stanley Cup Finals, Chicago Blackhawks versus the Philadelphia Flyers. Game 6. The score was tied, overtime was underway, and Patrick Kane fired a shot at the Flyers' net. The puck hit the side of the net and bounced out almost immediately, but the refs didn't see it. Kane, ever the opportunist, started celebrating. The crowd went wild. But here's the kicker. No one knew if it was a goal or not. The refs huddled and debated. Fans stopped and questioned what they had just witnessed. After a brief review, the call stood. Fans erupted, some ecstatic, others furious. The Blackhawks went on to win the cup, but many Flyers fans still argue that it was a blown call, and the controversy lingers to this day. That one left everyone talking about the questionable officiating and Kane's very sly celebration. Was it a savvy move, or did the referees get it all wrong? Let's leave you to decide that. Next up is Claude Lemieux, a guy who knew how to get under everyone's skin. In the late 90s, Lemieux became infamous for what might be one of the sneakiest moves in hockey history, a slippery stick. It's funny, but this smart guy would become famous for just a stick. Word on the street was that Lemieux had coated his stick with something, maybe pine tar, maybe something else, that made it nearly impossible for opponents to get a solid grip. This wasn't just some innocent trick either. Lemieux used it to his advantage in huge games. He made life miserable for opposing players. We cannot say if it was an intentional tactic or just bad luck, but fans and players were very furious. With time, the debate on whether the NHL should have stepped in became relentless. While it was never fully proven, the rumors kept swirling, and it added yet another layer to Lemieux's already complicated legacy. Lemieux just enjoyed that buzz around him while it lasted, you know? Now, if we are talking dirty plays, believe me, we can't leave out Marty McSorley's infamous slashing incident. During a game between the Boston Bruins and the Vancouver Canucks, McSorley took things way too far. Donald Brashear was skating away and had no idea what was coming when McSorley wound up and delivered a brutal slash right to the side of Brashear's head. The result? Brashear collapsed to the ice, unconscious, and McSorley was immediately suspended for the rest of the season. Fans and analysts were stunned, and not just because of McSorley's reputation as a tough guy. This was something far more malicious. Even McSorley himself admitted he went too far. The hockey world was shaken by this one because it was an unprovoked assault that left a lasting mark on McSorley's career. It was one of those moments where you wonder why anyone would do that to another in a game. Moving on to 2019, when the puck over glass rule caused a huge uproar. In a playoff game between the Boston Bruins and the Columbus Blue Jackets, a puck was shot over the glass in Boston's defensive zone. A clear violation that should have resulted in a delay of game penalty. But the refs missed it. Nothing happened. No call. Seconds later, the Bruins scored, and that was all she wrote. Columbus fans were absolutely livid. It was one of those calls, or lack of a call, that had everyone scratching their heads. Even Bruins fans couldn't fully celebrate, knowing that the game could have easily gone the other way had the refs called it. The no call turned the momentum in Boston's favor, and the Bruins went on to win the game and eventually the series. Columbus fans ripped into the officials for missing that critical call. It was a tough pill to swallow, and it sparked questions about how NHL refs were handling key moments in playoff games. Many still feel that the NHL's refereeing in that moment was less than stellar. Up next, we've got something that's more rumor than fact, but it still caused massive waves at the time. The New Jersey Devils, known for their physical style of play, became the center of some dark rumors during the early 2000s. Word on the street was that the Devils were using a bounty system. Players allegedly paid bonuses for injuring key players on opposing teams. It was like something out of a crime movie. Well, no solid evidence ever surfaced, the rumors just wouldn't die. Former players came forward and said that the Devils had a reputation for crossing the line. And the more people talked about it, the more suspicious it seemed. Was there any truth to it? We may never know. But the idea of a team paying their players to hurt others, that kind of talk was enough to make fans rethink the concept of fair play in the NHL. Number 5 on our list is a play that turned heads for its pure creativity, and for the controversy surrounding it too. In 1999, during a game between the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Florida Panthers, Jaromir Jagr made one of the slickest moves in NHL history, the spinorama. He took the puck behind the net, spun around in a move that had everyone in the arena holding their breath, and somehow snuck the puck past the goalie. Wow. But here's where the controversy kicks in. Some fans believed Jagr had no business being in the crease when he took the shot. He had kind of pushed the boundaries of where he should have been, and the puck went in. Was it pure skill, or did he get away with bending the rules just a little too much? Either way, it left fans split, and the debate over where the lines are in terms of fair play raged on. Now, let's go back to 1993, the Stanley Cup Finals between the Montreal Canadiens and the Los Angeles Kings. This was one of those moments that turned a championship series upside down. It's Game 2, and with seconds left in the game, a Canadiens player accidentally high-sticks a King, drawing blood. The refs miss it, and the play continues. Soon after, Montreal scores and takes the game. The Kings begin to fume in anger when they saw the replay. It wasn't just a missed call, it was a game-changing error that set the series to a Game 3 with Montreal holding the upper hand. This non-call was a major talking point in the NHL for years. The Kings and their fans continued to fume. They felt robbed, and many still believe that series would have gone differently if that penalty had been called. At number 3, we have the non-call that still haunts Toronto Maple Leafs fans to this day. In Game 6 of the 1993 Campbell Conference Finals, Doug Gilmore was high-sticked by Los Angeles' Jamie McCown. Blood poured down his face, but the ref, Kerry Fraser, didn't call a penalty. As Gilmore skated off, the Kings scored, sending the game into overtime, where they would eventually win. That non-call became an all-time legend of bad officiating. Yes, hockey fans still talk about it like it happened yesterday. Could it have changed the outcome of the series? Some say yes, and others say no. But it was definitely a moment that felt like a game stealer. We really needed to include it in this list. Coming in at number 2, we have one of the most debated goals in the history of hockey. It's the Hand of God goal scored by Brett Hull in Game 6 of the 1999 Stanley Cup Finals. With the Dallas Stars battling the Buffalo Sabres, Hull knocked the puck in with his hand. Simple as that. It wasn't just any hand pass though. This was a game-winning goal in overtime. The referees allowed it, even though Hull was standing in the crease when the puck went in. Buffalo fans felt cheated as they believed the goal was illegal, wasn't it? The debate has never been settled, and many hockey enthusiasts still believe that Hull's handball shouldn't have counted. But it did, and the Stars took home the cup. That's all we know about the outcome of that game. Finally, at number 1, we have what some call the Spygate of hockey. In 2011, rumors started circulating that the Boston Bruins were using illegal video surveillance during the Stanley Cup Finals against the Vancouver Canucks. The allegations suggested that the Bruins had been spying on the Canucks' strategies and stealing signs. While nothing was ever officially proven, the idea of a team using spy tactics to gain an edge was enough to make everyone uncomfortable. If the allegations were true, it was a huge scandal that would have left a mark on the entire league. But even without hard evidence, the rumors were a black mark on the Bruins' title. Guys, you have it. The top 10 NHL cheating moments that had us all questioning the integrity of this game. These moments will forever live on in hockey lore. What do you think? Were these examples of clever play, or did some teams just get away with bending the rules? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more inspiring moments in hockey. Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep your sticks on the ice.